Louise here today for Lawnfawn and welcome back to the channel. Today I have some tags to share with you all. I'm going to be using the Say What gift tag dies as well as the Say What Christmas Critters stamp set. I'm going to be using all 4 of the little critters as well as 2 of the larger sentiments. And then I'm also pulling out an older stamp set, Holiday Party Animal, and I'm just going to be using the little present and also the Santa hat just to help set the scene a little bit more. This video is also a part of ThermoWeb Week, so I just want to say a big thank you to ThermoWeb for sending me these products. I'm going to be using the Tape Runner XL, these Zots in the medium size, as well as the mixed media adhesive glue and the purple tape. This purple tape is really great for holding down dies while you're running them through your Big Shot. So I've just started off with stamping out my images using some jet black ink onto some white cardstock, and then I'm just going to colour these guys in with my Copic markers. So I'm starting off with the Santa hats, and I'm using R89, R27 and R24 for those. I'm then moving on to colouring in the little penguin, and I'm also going to do the hooves in this colour as well. So I'm using W9, W7 and W5. Then I'm colouring in the little unicorn. I'm just adding a little bit of grey onto him because I want him to appear more white. So I'm using W3, W1, W00 and 0. Now I'm moving on to the little reindeer. I'm using E57, E55 and E53. Once I finish colouring in the little reindeer, I'm going to move on to the little horn and some of the presents. So I'm using YR24, YR20 and YR000. Then I'm colouring in the little penguin's hat blue. I'm using some greens to colour in a few accents. So I'm using YG17, YG23 and YG01. Then I'm colouring in the little face and the hooves of the reindeer and also the little llama or alpaca, and I'm going to be using E42, E41 and E40 for that. And then I'm also going to pull in a little bit of 0 because it was just a little bit too dark. Once I finish colouring in those elements, I'm going to colour in the penguin's nose and feet. I'm using YR18, YR04 and Y15. And then I'm finishing off with a little bit of pink. So I'm using R85, R83 and R81. So now I'm going to cut these out using the coordinating dies, and I'm going to use some of this purple tape for this to hold them down in place. This is a really great low tack tape that holds them down perfectly. So once these are all adhered down, I'm just going to run them through my Big Shot machine. Now that all of my images are die cut out, I'm just going to adhere the little hats onto the critters that don't really have anything on their heads. So I'm going to use this mixed media adhesive here and just add a little bit onto the bottom of the hats and then glue it onto the animals. So I'm going to glue one onto the reindeer and also the little llama as well, just because they didn't have anything on their head and I just wanted to make them just that little bit more Christmassy. So I'm just going to adhere that into place and set them off to the side. Now it's time to work on my tag base. So I need to cut out 2 tags out of vellum, 2 tags out of white cardstock and 2 tags out of this sparkle holiday cardstock as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and run them all through my Big Shot machine. And then once I have all 6 die cut out, I'm just going to use this little like speech bubble die that comes from the same gift tag stamp set and just die cut that out of the white cardstock. Now all of my tags are ready. I'm going to decorate the vellum tags because these are going to be the tags that sit at the front. So I'm going to use these Zots, and so I've just cut them down into little squares and then I'm going to adhere them onto the tag, just pressing them down really well so they stay round and they stay in their shape. And once I've gone ahead and pressed all these down into place into a random pattern, I'm just going to use a little bit of prisma glitter to coat the glue dots. I just thought that would be really fun and it gives it a little bit of extra sparkle and shine. So I'm just going to pour it over and then flick off the excess, and then to make sure that all of the glitter sort of stays put. I don't think like too much glitter will come off, but a little bit might do. I'm just going to use a backer piece of those glue dots and press down onto each of them to make sure that that glitter stays in as much as possible. And then you've got a little sparkly dotted tag, which I just think is super duper cute, and glue dots worked perfectly for this. So I'm just going to repeat the process on the second tag, and then I'm going to move on to my sentiments. So I've got the 2 little speech bubble topper pieces, and I'm going to stamp the Merry Christmas onto one of them and Happy Holidays onto the second. And then I'm also going to stamp the little to and from onto the back of each of the gold sparkle tags. Since that has a white backer sheet on the back, I didn't need to cut out an additional tag for this. So now that all of my stamping is done, I can go ahead and adhere all of the pieces together. So I'm going to use this Tape Runner XL tape runner here, and I'm just going to adhere the tops of the tags onto the dotted sparkle vellum tags. So I'm just going to press those into place, and then I'm going to pull out a little bit of foam adhesive to adhere down my little critters onto the bottom of each of these tags. I really wanted there to be a little bit more dimension, so that's why I decided to use foam tape. So I also adhered the little presents down in front of them, and now it's time to adhere the vellum tag onto the gold sparkle tag. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that liquid adhesive to the top of the tags and adhere it onto the gold sparkle one. And then I'm going to use some coral lawn trimmings to just thread through the top. I thought that this coral color was a little bit better than the red, just because it was a little bit more muted. So that finishes up my tags for today. I hope you enjoyed and got inspired. Thank you so much to ThermoWeb for sending me some products, and I really hope you guys go and check out their products because I really enjoyed all of the ones that I used today. So all of the details will be over at the blog, and all of the supplies will be listed down below, and I will catch you all next time. Thanks so much for watching.